New York City's subway was the kind of place that felt alive even when it was empty, but at 2:14 a.m., it had a different pulse. Slow, cold, almost like it was holding its breath as Maya, a worn-out nursing student heading home from a brutal night shift, waited alone on the platform. The lights flickered in that way old stations do, buzzing like they were whispering to each other. And just as Maya glanced up, she noticed a man across the tracks, a still, shadow-drenched figure in a faded 1970s overcoat, standing too rigidly to feel normal. Something was off immediately. His face was swallowed by darkness, but the shadow behind him stretched in the wrong direction, like it didn't belong to him at all. She blinked, rubbed her eyes, hoping fatigue was messing with her, but the figure remained, hazy and unreal, like static trying to take human form. When her train finally pulled in, she hurried inside, only to freeze as her eyes adjusted, because the same man was already sitting in the empty car, facing her directly, like he'd been waiting. His presence was icy, unnatural, pressing into her skin without touching her, and she quickly slid into a seat farther away as the train lurched forward. A minute later, the speakers crackled violently, drowning the car in static before flattening into a soft, breathy whisper. "Don't look back." She locked up instantly, every muscle tightening as slow, deliberate footsteps began echoing from the car behind her, measured steps that didn't match the rhythm of the train, drawing closer and closer until they stopped right behind her seat. Her hand shook as she flipped her phone's camera into selfie mode, lifting it just enough to catch whatever was standing there. But the screen showed nothing. No one. Yet she could feel breath against her ear. When she finally turned, the man was inches from her, his skin waxy, his eyes pitch black and hollow like burnt-out bulbs staring straight into hers. The lights flickered violently. The train slammed to an abrupt halt, emergency lights flooding the car in harsh red. In that instant, he vanished, leaving behind a scorched, metallic smell that clung to the air. The speaker crackled again. "Last stop, Chambers Street. Exit immediately." Maya bolted out onto the platform, chest tight, heart pounding, only to find it completely empty. Silent in a way New York never was. But lying in the center of the floor was an old 1970s train ticket, yellowed and brittle, with the same man's name printed faintly across it, and beneath it, a single chilling note. Deceased, 1976, died on tracks at Chambers Street. Before she could swallow her fear, she sensed someone watching, and when she turned, he was standing in the far corner of the platform, still, smiling softly like he'd just welcomed her home.